All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. And peace, blessings, salutations to all you brothers doing this work in truth, sincerity, and in charity. I'm the brother Malaki. I'm here, me and the brother Aisha Allah from the Great Millstone Camp, the church that's out in Des Moines, with another lesson. And me and this brother were just taking a drive and speaking in the spirit on different things, man. And one thing that our people kind of struggle with, we talked about the selfishness of the misunderstanding of death. How when there's an untimely death or any death, in certain families, or it comes to a point where they got certain people on what's called on life support, on different things like that, the selflessness of this flesh wants to try to keep that person here, but they don't understand that that person is suffering. It says, man, what's that scripture? Oh man, it says that since Adam, I believe it's in Sirach, I think we just read it, but it says since Adam, a man is full of travail, roughly paraphrasing, but there's nothing but suffering here on this earth. This is our punishment.
Yep. This is
You got it?
Sirach 40 and verse 1. It says, great travail is created for every man, and heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam from the day that they go out from their mother's womb to the day that they return to the mother of all things. Right? And so this is the condition of the battle, man. All right.
Yep. I'm gonna grab this one too. This is the book of Salakia. That wasn't it. Salakia, bear with me. I got it. Oh, this blue letter be bugged out. This is the book of St. John, chapter 16, at verse 33. It says, these things have I spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world you shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer, I have overcome the world. The point being that in the world we're going to have tribulation. And, just for edification's sake, let's see what this word tribulation goes into here in the Greek for this John. It says, oppressing together, pressure, oppression, affliction, distress, straits. We're going to be in straits, in a hard, difficult position. And that's what life is here on earth. No matter what, if it's not one thing, it's another. Subject to payments, a different body ailments and all kinds of shit, man. So why would you want to keep, per se, in that instance, why would you want to keep that person around when they're ready to depart? When the Lord has called their spirit, you're trying to intervene, do this, do that, and the third. And it's because our people have a misconception of what death is. They don't understand that the spirit continues on. The scriptures speak about our spirit continuing forever. The spirit doesn't die. And we'll kind of touch on that briefly, but if you had something, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to go into this verse 2 from the Sirach 40. It says, their imagination of things to come and the day of death trouble their thoughts and cause fear of heart. And so while we live, right, or while our people is living, okay, we go through that. A part of that heavy yoke, right, that's put up upon us is what is our troubling thoughts. All right, the flesh, like the brother was saying, the ailments, this, that, and the third, man.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna grab this because it says their imagination in the Sirach 40 and 2, right? It says their imagination of things to come and the day of death trouble their thoughts and cause fear of heart. Well, this is Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 12. It says, for fear is nothing else but the betraying of the succors which reason offereth. It says, and the expectation from within being less counted the ignorance more than the cause which bringeth the torment. So fear is your mind not being able to understand what's to come. You know, you fear what you don't know. You know, you're in that what if or you know, uncertainty and doubt. But it says wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. It says, he whose mind is stayed on the Lord shall keep him in perfect peace. Why? Because we understand. You know, we have the mind of Yahweh, we have the mind of Hamashiach. We have this wisdom, this knowledge. So we understand that departing from this flesh is just that. It's a detachment from this flesh box. You know, which is way better. Like the apostle said, he said, for to me, to die is gain. You know, and to be with Yahweh Shai. You know, but it's more necessary for me to be here with you. You know, if it was up to us, bro, we'd all be out of this flesh, you know? We were all ready to go back to the spirit, man. Be perfect. But we got to do what we got to do. We got to pay our dues. We have to suffer. We have to endure these different things because that's what the Lord intended us to do. All right, so again, it says, for fear is nothing else but the betraying of the succors which reason offereth. Okay, from there, I'm going to go to Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse... Let's start at verse 20. It says, all go unto one place, all are of the dust, and all turn to dust again. You know, dust to dust, ashes to ashes, like they say. It says, who knoweth the spirit of man that goeth upward, and the spirit of the beast that goeth downward unto the earth? You know, so our spirit ascends unto the Father.
And I got that precept to back you up. It says Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 7. It says, then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto the Most High who gave it. All right, so hey, we give our fleshly bodies, right? This fleshly tabernacle gets buried, all right, gets put back in the dirt, returns to the dust, all right, and our spirit goes back up to the Heavenly Father who gave it.
No, you're gonna go to hell. You know. Or they speak about going to, you know, Catholics, they got a thing they call purgatory. Right. Oh yeah, you gotta go. Yeah, you go upward, but you're in a waiting room, and you have to wait your sentence, and then you're either gonna go to heaven or hell. Where is that in the scriptures, man? You know, here you have it. King Saul was wicked as all hell, to the point where you have a term called the house of David, which are the righteous, and the house of Saul, which will be the wicked. You know. So if anybody was to go to hell, it would be him, right? But yet here we can read in Samuel, we can read in the scriptures where, when he conjured up, that's what I was trying to say, Salagia. When he conjured up Samuel from that witch in Endor, and what did Samuel tell him? He said, you and your sons are going to be with me.
You're going to join me.
You know? So was he in hell? Was Samuel in hell? He was a righteous prophet, right? Why did he tell him he was going to be with him if he descended from heaven, man?
I appreciate to back you up. This is Job 3 and verse 10. I'll start verse 11. It says, why died I not from the womb? Why did I not give up the spirit when I came out of the belly? And this is Job going into, this is Job reasoning with himself. All right, reasoning, through the tribulation that he was going through. Verse 12. It says, why did the knees prevent me, or why the breast that I should suck? For now should I have lain still and been quiet, I should have slept, then been at rest with kings and counselors of the earth, which built desolate places for themselves, or with princes that had gold, who filled their houses with silver, or as a hidden untimely birth, I had not been, as infants which never saw the light. There the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest. There the prisoners rest together, they hear not the voice of the oppressor. The small and great are there, and the servant is free from his master. All right, so hey, it's going into, right? It's going into where we go, right? When we go back up to the Father, man. It says what? There the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest. Right? So hey, we're all at rest. Our spirit is at rest. All right. It says with kings and princes. Right, kings or princes are there. Prisoners are there. They rest together. The small and great are there.
Yeah. It says the wicked cease from troubling. So the wicked are there. But that's it, man. You know, that's it. And understanding that that process of death, it's a comfort. You know, this is the comforter. You know, the spirit, the understanding brings us comfort. Because we understand that we'll be at rest. You know, those that died, that had wicked mentalities or wouldn't turn to the Lord, when they return unto the heavens, man, they're in their right mindset. They're at peace, like the brother read. They know who Yahweh Shai is. They know who Yahweh is. They know who they are. And they know who the elect are. You know? Mm-hmm. And so really, it's a benefit. It's far greater to return back. You know, so that whole, oh, my baby, you know, or no, don't go, or no, we gotta keep him alive, man. Like you said, motherfucker in a coma for 2-3 years.
8 years.
8 years. Let me look up what I had told you, because I told the brother there was I don't know what's going on, bro. I told the brother there was a Saudi Arabian prince. I think they call him the sleeping prince. Yep. Okay, this is the AI overview. It says Saudi Arabia's sleeping prince Al-Walid bin Kab, right? It says Al-Walid passed away July 19th, 2025 at age 36 after spending over 20 years in a coma. He was on life support since a 2005 car crash caused a severe brain hemorrhage. His family announced the death following his long-term care at the medical city. You know, but there you have it. You kept this motherfucker alive, which really he's through. You know, he's through. But for vanity, for your own pride and ego and selfishness, kept them on a ventilator, kept them suffering. You don't know, you don't understand what's going on. You know, because Esau will tell you, yeah, well, his body's at rest, so he must be peaceful. You know, he can hear you. Yeah, he might be able to hear you. That might be true. But the Lord could also be plaguing his ass the whole time. You know, imagine being trapped in a body, and I don't know if brothers ever had that sleep paralysis, man. Imagine that, bro, for 20 years.
Constant torment. You
hearing everything. You know, you man, bro. Fuck that. That sounds horrible. That's, you know, but again, because our people don't understand what death is, and when we truly understand this, you know, that we understand there's nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear. So when we read in the scriptures how it says, you know, the 7 sons or Eleazar, it says how he walked to the torment, you know, took it manfully, boldly, or whatever, because they understood that wasn't the end all be all. Now in the flesh you might panic a little, but when the spirit, you know, kicks in and the precepts start coming to your mind, it's like, man, you know what? Let's go. You know. But that's all I had, Og. If you had something else.
Nope, that was it.
Hey, you know, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, exhorting. You know, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, salutations to all you brothers doing this work in truth and in sincerity. Until the next time, we say shalom.
Shalom.